Hello and welcome to Krista So Crafty. My name's Krista. If this is the first time you're here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. So today we're going to do something a little fun. I have actually 2 containers like this of wine corks. No, I didn't drink all these. Somebody was collecting them and then they decided not to use them and then they gave them to me. So I'm going to repurpose them. My daughter has a garden and I thought it would be kind of fun to use these to make some row markers. I think just using the wine corks, whatever wine corks you have. I've got just some acrylic paints over here. I've picked out 5 different colors. I'm going to seal them with a Mod Podge. Now, I think this is essential because they will be outside and you don't want the paint or the writing to come off of your markers. And I've got some water, I've got a little paint palette, a brush, and I am going to use some painter's tape just to put around here so that I don't want to paint the whole thing, just the top half. And I also have some wooden skewers, you know, kind that you use for making shish kebabs or whatever, or for kebabs. So I have those, and the one thing I didn't grab is a Jiffy marker. I'm either going to use that. I thought about using my Cricut and cutting stuff out, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I just want to write on here. So I'll either use this or I have some of these Cricut pens. No, not that one. It's got like a flat edge. I just want something that I can write on these with that's not going to smear when I go to put the Mod Podge on. Let's try this one. Okay, so I'll keep that one out. I'll put these back. Do you have a garden? I don't have a garden. I used to garden all the time, but where we live now, we don't really have enough room for a garden. So my daughter has a big garden and she blesses me all the time with produce and stuff from her garden. So I thought this would be a fun thing that I could give to her. So a couple of years ago, my husband gave me some row markers. I gifted those to her, but those are like carrots and I think it was potatoes and anyways. So these ones are going to be for herbs. I thought I could do parsley, thyme, mint, and I might actually leave a bunch of these blank so that she can write on what she's going to plant. So this would make a great little gift for the, you know, the little gardener in your life, or if they don't have a big garden, if they just have like a little deck garden or even a garden on their windowsill. These would be perfect for that. With the skewers, I'm going to cut them in half because they're way too long. We don't need them that long. I'm going to take, I have just a pair of pliers and it has like a little cutter here. I just got these at the dollar store. So I'm just going to eyeball cutting these in half. Now if you want, you could absolutely measure. So I'm just going to cut them in half. And then I'm thinking I should be able to just push these into that hole like so. Perfect, see? And this will help us when we go to paint, that we're not touching it and we're going to get paint all over our hands. So I'm just going to go through and pick out, now these are kind of all different ones. I'm just going to pick out some that have a prominent hole on the bottom that I can put the wooden skewers in. So now that I have that one where I want it, I will kind of measure it out, line this up, and cut these. I think I will make, well, you know what? I have 5 colors, so why don't we make 5? Oops, that one went on the floor. Good thing we don't need it. I'll pick it up later. All right, so that's one. So I can put these out of the way. Just gonna move this and let's see. So obviously some of them are gonna have a point on the end and some of them are gonna be blunt on both ends. I don't think it's really going to matter. So this one's got a little bit of a hole. So I'm going to take the pointy end and try putting that in there. Like that. All right. Oops. Let's see if I can get that a little bit more. Okay. And so I'm going to do that with 5 of these. I really do miss my garden. I used to have a great big garden when my kids were little and we had, you know, everything, the potatoes and the corn and the peas and all the carrots and the parsnips and the turnips and all the stuff. And of course, pumpkins. That's not going in there. There's just so many things we had in that garden, and I miss having that. I do miss it. I need to come up with a solution. I have this little tool. It's for when I do ceramics. It's just a pointed end on it, and I'm going to make a hole. And I think what I will do too is put some glue in these once I get them all kind of figured out. See? And then I can just put some glue in there, and it'll help to make sure that they stay in. All right, so let's try this one. Yeah, so that's 4. And let's try this one. Now, if you had a big garden, you could do this for each row. Absolutely, that would be fun. Or if I get these and she likes them and she wants more, we can absolutely make some more, because I have a few more wine corks. I need to come up with some more ideas of what I can make with them. So let's put these in here. And I'm going to clean up my mess here. I have a garbage right here, so I'm just going to dump this in there. Okay, so I'm just going to use this tacky glue and make sure it's clear there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull these out, and I will put some glue in each one of the holes, and then we can start painting. I need to shake this down because it's almost empty. Okay, so I got some glue in there. Just gonna push that back in. Ooh. Perfect. All right. So I'm just gonna do that with each one of these. Boy, I broke that one. Do you remember the one that fell on the floor? I'm gonna go pick that up. So, of course, they are wood, so you have to be careful that you don't break them, like I just did. Like that. Those aside. Now, of course, these aren't going to last forever because these are just wood, and that's bare wood. So once you put it in the dirt and it sits there for a while, it will start to break down, but I think it'll be okay. Now, I'm not putting much glue in here at all, just a couple drops, just enough to help hold it in place. That's 4. And 5. All right. There we go. Let's put a cap on here. I think the next thing I'm going to do before I do any painting, I just want to make sure that these are all kind of the same height, and look at that. Well, that was a good guess, wasn't it? I'm going to bring in my paint. So this is Craft Smart paint. This is Michael's paint. Any acrylic paint will work. And any colors you want. You could paint them all the same color if you wanted. You could mix and match them like I am. I'm kind of going with like lighter colors just because, you know, it's spring and it's pretty. And what's the weather like around where you are? We've been having absolutely beautiful weather lately, like to the point where no rain at all. So unfortunately, we're now getting fire bans put on because it's so dry. There's a lot of fires already started, and it's not good. Not good at all. But we definitely need some rain, that's for certain. I just love these colors. They're just so pretty. And you don't need very much paint. I don't think it's going to take a whole bunch. So I'm just putting a little bit in each one of these little holes. There's my colors. And now I'm going to take some masking tape. And I think what I'm going to do is I'll pull off enough that it'll go around, and I'm going to line it up with the bottom like this. And then I'll just have that little piece up top that will be painted. There, like that. So about like that on each one. We have them ready to go. So now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to paint all the way around and on the top. And I'll probably have to do a couple coats just because of the cork. Yeah, I can still see the lines through it from the brand or whatever that's on there. Now when you're doing this, you want to paint away from the tape. Don't go this way because you could push the paint under the tape. So push away from the tape, just flattening this all out, making sure there's no big ridges and making sure everything's got a coat. So now, will that sit in there? Okay, there's that one. Now I do have a little pot of water here so I can rinse my brush out. And I'm trying to start on the kind of the lighter colors first. So the pink was definitely the lighter, just in case there's any more paint left in my brush. And I'm going to do this one purple. Now, like I was saying, you can do whatever colors you like. You know, you could make them all the same. You could paint them all different. Your choice, absolutely. I'm just here to give you kind of an idea. And you can take it from there and run with it with your own colors. You could use your Cricut. You could cut out letters and stick those on here. Whatever it is you would like to do. So I'm going to sit these over here. And rinse this one. Go with the teal-y color now. The teal and the purple actually are covering a lot better than the pink. That pink is pretty light. All right, so that's the last one that's painted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed things up a little bit. I have a heat gun. If you don't have a heat gun, no worries. If you have a blow dryer, you can use that. Just use it on the kind of the lighter setting. If you don't have either or, you can just let them paint dry and then, you know, we can continue on. So I'm just going to do each one separately. Just going to do this. All right, so now what I'm going to do, they all need a second coat. I'm going to just repeat the process. Now that these are all dry, I'm going to let them sit for about 20 minutes, half an hour, just so that I know that they're totally set. And then we'll come back and we can start putting the words on them. So I am back and it has been about 20-25 minutes. These are all dry, so we can bring them out of here. And now we can peel the the tape off. So just pull down and away and it should create a beautiful line for you. Make those as big as you want, as wide as you want. I just thought that the width of the painter's tape would be perfect, and it is. So we'll take these all off. And the coverage is good, so I did 2 coats. Oh, this is awesome. They look great. Quick and easy little project for you. If I wasn't recording, I could pop these out so fast. But, all right, I think I am going to try using my Cricut pen. It's a medium tip. And what does she usually grow out there? Basil. I think she plants basil, so I'm going to write basil on here. I'm trying to get as straight as I can. There. I'm gonna do one more. What else does she plant? She has a whole bunch. I'm looking at her flower bed in my mind, and do you think I can come up with the names? Thyme. T-H-Y-M-E. And like I said, these other ones I'm going to leave. What did I do with the lid now? There it is. I'm going to leave blank so that she can write on them herself. So these are the 5 that I've done, and I think they're going to look so cute, and you can take and bury them in the dirt as much as you want. So now that we have these all painted and we have our words written on there, so these 3 I'm just going to put them aside. I know she has Mod Podge and she can do this step herself, but these 2 I want to completely finish them. So I'm going to take my Mod Podge. Now this is just the matte. You can use whichever one you want. This one here is a water-based glue sealer and finish. I think this will work perfect for this application. There we go. We'll cut that off. I'm going to wipe this little blade off so it doesn't get all sticky. There we go. And I'm just going to use this same brush that I use for painting. So I'm just going to spread this around, and I'm going to go very gently over these letters. I don't want them to run, which they're trying to. So I'm just going to dab that on there. And I think if I were to wait a little bit longer with the marker, I don't think that they would run. I'm going to spread this all over, even the part where I haven't painted it, and on the bottom. I want to try to seal this so that the rain or the water from the watering hose won't seep in there and make it all wet, and just to help it last a little bit longer. And again, I'm just going to stick it in here and let it dry. And these ones I won't hit with the heat gun. I'll just let them sit here and dry. And we'll do this one. If you hit this right away, I'm talking the writing with the marker, and just kind of dab it on there and then let it kind of sit. It soaks in around the marker and tends not to run, which is, we don't want it to run. Get on the bottom here. I don't know, I just thought this was a neat idea. I've seen this multiple times all over the internet, and I just thought, you know what, let's make some of these. I have to tell her when I send these out to her that she needs to let them sit for a bit after she writes on them. There's my other one done. I just love them, and again, I love the colors that I chose. It's nice and bright and cheery. I think it's a great way to use up these wine corks. It gives you a nice little thing for in your herb garden. You could make them for your garden. You could make them and put them in front of your flowering plants. I do not have a green thumb with flowers. I can grow a garden, no problem. Give me flowers, and oh my gosh, I don't know why, but well, I do know why. I forget to water them, and then they die. But you could put these in front of that as well. Now, wouldn't that be cute? You could also decorate these up more if you wanted. You could take and put little beads on top. That would be kind of cute, actually. Just like a shiny one that the sun would maybe hit and it would glimmer or whatever. That'd be cute. I'm going to bring you in closer so you can see these. Here's the ones that I wrote on. I think they turned out kind of cute. And then these are the other ones. I really hope you enjoyed this video tutorial today on how to make garden plant row markers. Easy little craft, and such a great little impact. This would be cute if you were to give somebody a little plant. You could put one of these in there, or if you're going to give them 2 or 3, you could make some of these and put the name of the plant on there so that when they plant it in the ground, they can put this in front. It'd be very cute. I want to thank you for joining me today, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing to my channel, and click on the bell to receive notification every time I upload a new video. I want to thank you again for joining me, and happy crafting.